And, you know, talking about pace, the Pacers have sped theirs up the last 3 seasons now. They were the 6th slowest team back in 2013. Last season, they were in the top 10 fastest.
And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Teague and Monte are the guard set. George and Young are the forwards. And it's Jefferson in at center. Young outside. And the 3 off target. And a big part of playing faster is about personnel. Pacers with a more mobile front court and a lot of athleticism on the wings.
Well, it's really where the league seems to be going, and I love it as a basketball fan. Up-tempo, high-octane pace of play is entertaining. When you look at the Pacers, despite their quicker, smaller lineup, they still do a good job of rebounding the ball. Still in the top half of the league in terms of rebounding percentage last season.
And if you had to start a new team today, which small forward would you want? Kawhi Leonard or this guy, Paul George?
Well, I'm a little biased. It's a tough call, quite honestly. I mean, arguably the best two-way players in the game. Kawhi has elevated his game offensively and we know defensively. But for my money, being a former Pacer myself, I'm going PG on that one.
And it's George finishing it off.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
LeBron outside. Top of the key jumper, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. Not good shot selection, long range, and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
And Young kicks to George. Feeds to Teague. Here's Jefferson. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
Just a great job there from Teague to locate where his teammate was and get the ball to him on time.
Here's LeBron, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Pacers up 4. We've got more in store for you right after this. Hey, talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds on.
I think I had that all my life. I always.
And that kind of relentless determination is something Monte is known for. And one of the reasons he's been around for a decade in the NBA as a consistently good player.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
I don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
LeBron James is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Henderson. Then there's Okafor. And it's Bayless in at the point. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Jefferson is now well known for his footwork, but he says he was a willing student when he first broke into the league. He said, when I got to Boston, I stole Paul Pierce's ball fake. In Minnesota, Tom Gugliotta used to kick my butt every day in practice with his turnaround jumper, so I stole that. Everyone I go against, if I like something they do, I steal it, put it in my own form. Evan?
Imitation, the highest form of flattery. Thanks, D.A. Henderson kicks to Okafor. Back to Henderson. From deep, James. That one's good. Just his third make. Brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, offense is going to be there for them.
Back to Turner. Indiana moving it around. And that one drops.
Love the heart that Stuckey plays with. I mean, this guy gives it all the time. Never afraid of working his way inside for the close-range bucket.
There's 37 seconds left in the second quarter. Okafor, the pass to Henderson. From deep. A second chance effort. Back to Bayless. He dishes it to Henderson. And Bayless kicks to Henderson. On the wing, James. Over George. Out that one, the Indiana lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from James.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Now here's Brooks. Bayless covering. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Bayless. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And a wide open look for James. Another miss by LeBron. That one's not going to go. And a pretty tight.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first as their. So that'll do it for now as we send you.
Downtown Philadelphia, as seen from high above. Welcome back to the Cradle of Liberty, as we like to call it here on 2K, here in Eastern Pennsylvania. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Checking out the game LeBron is having. He's got 10 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
On the court for Indiana, Monte and George filling out the perimeter. Young out there with Jefferson, and it's Teague in at the 1 spot. Indiana leading. The Sixers looking to assemble the best sports science and recovery program in the league. A new state-of-the-art practice facility. Guys, they made some big investments.
Yeah, and that's a level of oversight that we haven't seen in the past. Technology driving a lot of it, tracking players' water intake, teaching meditation and better sleep habits, all useful ways to enhance performance. They do try and keep the players invested, letting them choose their post-game regimen, whether massage, stretching, or the ice bath. Perhaps for me, the ice bath is nice, but massages would be my choice.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. He's off on the first.
And Jahlil Okafor, kind of a throwback big man. I mean, already a virtuoso on the low block. He's got terrific hands, excellent footwork, moves, and counter moves.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Lavoy Allen's checked in for Young. C.J. Miles comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey's subbed in for Monte Ellis.
Perfect arc on the long ball from Miles. And his form is textbook perfect.
Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Miles with another miss. The 76ers trail by 8. And post-ups are losing favor in the league lately. Do you think, guys, Okafor's talents fit the way the game is played now?
Well, I clearly think his post-game does have value. I mean, nowadays you just have less room to operate. I think he'll need to find other ways to help his team offensively, offensive boards, stretching the floor, things like that.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for Al Jefferson. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Teague. Shoots the 3. Miles with another miss. Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And they double up James. Henderson with it. Picked up by Stuckey. From past the arc. A putback. It's good on the putback.
Boy, never giving up on the glass and getting an easy bucket as a result. Persistence paying off for Okafor.
And here is Stuckey. This is his first free throw of the game.
And when he's gotten himself to the line this season, he's come through right around 74% of the time.
And guys, it's something that he's going to have to work on more and more because he's still not getting the kind of shooting percentage he would like from the line.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here we felt it. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Jahlil Okafor is out there with Embiid. Then it's Jared Bayless. Then it's Henderson. And it's LeBron at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And I think George is clearly one of the most difficult covers in the league. When he's taking it strong to the basket, the defense sometimes has no choice but to foul it.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Indiana.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game.
One of the things you like about Paul George is that he's really elevated his game each year he's been in the league. He's a go-to scorer. He's an outstanding defender, and he's excellent now as the leader of the team, really growing into that leadership role.
LeBron James. First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 7. The Pacers making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in, and both free throws good for LeBron.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Pacers leading by 6. Teague dishes to George. Wide open. And it's George again missing.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
LeBron with the bucket.
Really like the ball movement here by Bayless. A quick thinking point guard with phenomenal peripheral vision.
Yep, that one goes.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Philadelphia shooting poorly, just 35% so far. From deep, James hands it from downtown. James has got 7 points for the quarter.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Absolutely, no question about it. I mean, this is a snug one.
I mean, he was great in his last game. Clearly, he has not lost that love and feel.
Yeah, you know, he's got stupendous spurt ability, Greg. I know you like that one, don't you? Those spurts tend to go on for a while with him.
Yeah, did you trademark spurt ability yet?
Yeah, I tried to, man, but it didn't get any life. Although I see a lot, and I hear a lot of guys using it, but they do give me credit for it.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Another shot. Buries it.
But Thaddeus Young showing you that he's a guy you can count on when things get tight. Big hoop there.
LeBron kicks to Embiid. To the middle. Here's Okafor. Yes!
Really, Okafor is the kind of guy that can change momentum for you. I mean, he handles pressure well, and he usually comes up with big shots when his team needs it.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Young. And Okafor with the block.
And it's still within reach.
But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point immediately. Well, they're having major trouble dealing with LeBron.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. George against LeBron. Teague left side. Now, here's George. He sinks the clutch free throw. So he gets them both, and it's a two-point ball game.
Those are some big-time heroics at the stripe. A little bit of defense, and they can put this one in the win column.
And the 76ers call time here. They're trailing by 2.
Look here, guys. This is what we live for. We have battled all night, and now it's crunch time. We're allowing them to shoot 40% from deep. You gotta pick it up. Keep your feet on the ground. Stop reaching. And let's get some stops. This is it. Let's execute and win this game.
LeBron, that's a two-pointer. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime.